Assalamualaikum, hello everyone. In this presentation video, we will be explaining the linguistic analysis that we found near the area of Indraprastha University campus in Rancho. We have five samples that we are going to discuss later on. Before we start, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Frolen Kaleda Ersat Ersgeboren, and I will explain the semiotic analysis. Besides me, we have Maria Felicitas Tagung. She will explain the pragmatic analysis. And on the left corner, we have Salsabila Taher. She's gonna explain the linguistic landscape. We're going to start off with the pragmatic analysis of the first sample till the five sample. It will be explained by Maria.
Sample 1, pragmatic, is a protest poster addressing the issues of suppressed creativity in academic or campus environment. The image shows a crowd intellect in barbed wire with the text suppressed creativity in English and Arabic. The symbol illustrates how institutional restoration and regulation can limit students' freedom and creativity expression. The Indonesian text at the bottom calls for participation in the campaign to raise awareness about these issues, indicating that this is part of a large student movement or protest against the restoration of creativity in educational institutions. The message of this poster is a call to action and encouraging students to recognize and resist this creativity restoration, with the barbed wire symbolizing institutional, the rise and the bird symbolizing constrained creativity freedom. The next sample 2, the pragmatic, is a safety sign indicating an emergency assembly point that appears to be local and at an educational institution or in Indra. The sign is placed among lush tropical vegetation, indicating its location in Indonesia. The Bengal labeling or Indonesian titik tumpul evakuasi and English assembly point indicates this formal or institutional space that accommodates both local and international users. The purpose of this sign is to direct people to gathering place during emergency or evacuation, demonstrating the institution complication with safety regulation and corner for emergency preparedness. Next, sample 3, the pragmatic, is a Transjakarta bus stop sign at Muara Dalam station, displaying service information for bus routes 7A and 7E, as well as microtrans service. The sign includes standard bus stop infrastructure with operating hours 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. WIB, and feature universal bus stop symbols with the text "Stop." It indicates that this is part of Jakarta public transportation system that shine to how passengers identify the correct stop and available bus service. The surrounding stairs and shelters suggest that is an established stop in what appears to be a residential or mixed-use area. And next, sample 4, the pragmatics appears to be stirred art or protest work with a strong political message. The text, "Mari lawan api dengan api" and "Freedom of expression is dead" indicates commentary on free speech issues. The black and white Sentinel style artwork featured two figures in confrontational pose, surrounded by word motifs with what appears to be handcuffs and a target symbol beneath, signs by Rancho Terror Brigade, suggesting this is an activist or protest at work addressing issues of state control and resistance. The context implies this is a from a political expression using street art to comment on restoration of civil liberties or freedom of expression in Indonesia. And the last sample, the pragmatic is a bilingual courtesy notice display at the lesson. Simatupang store reminding customers to maintain cleanliness. So this is a polite request aimed at encouraging considerate behavior in public dining spaces, using both Indonesian and English to ensure broad understanding among diverse customers. The professional placement and design of the sign indicates that this is part of the store standard operating procedure to maintain clean lines and customer satisfaction.
I will explain the semiotic analysis. Sample 1, the stifled creativity. The semiotics, for the denotation, the image displays a black and white poster featuring a bird trapped in barbed wire, symbolizing restriction and suffering. The text "stifled creativity" is written in English, accompanied by Arabic text, which also translates to "stifled creativity." Below the central visual, a block of Indonesian text discusses the concept of suppressed creativity and calls for collective action to resist these restrictions. A QR code is provided for further engagement. For the connotation, the first one is restriction and oppression. The barbed wire symbolizes entrapment, pain, and lack of freedom, reflecting how creativity or expression can be confined by external forces such as societal norms or institutional regulations. The second one, freedom of expression. The image of the bird, often representing freedom and the human spirit, being constrained by barbed wire, creates a strong emotional appeal against suppression. The third is global context. The multilingual text, such as English, Arabic, and Indonesian, suggests that the issue of suppressed creativity is universal, resonating across different cultures and language. The fourth one is call to action. The poster is not just informational but participatory, encouraging viewers to join the campaign through social media as indicated by the QR code and accompanying text. Third one is myth, creativity as liberation. The image perpetuates the myth that creativity is a natural, universal human trait that seeks freedom and self-expression, akin to birds' desire to fly. Oppression as an enemy of progress. The depiction of barbed wire implies that creativity is often stifled by oppressive forces, whether societal, political, or institutional. This aligns with the narrative that true progress or innovation is achieved when these barriers are removed. Empowerment through unity. The poster's call for collective action reinforces the idea that societal change and the liberation of creativity require collective efforts and solidarity. Art as resistance. The artistic nature of the poster itself serves as a symbolic act of defiance, proving that creativity cannot be entirely suppressed even under restrictive conditions. Sample 2, the assembly point. The semiotics is the first one, denotation. The image shows a green sign with white pictograms and text. The pictogram depicts three human figures surrounded by arrows pointing inward, suggesting a designated gathering area. The text reads Titik Kumpul Evakuasi, Indonesian for Evacuation Assembly Point, and its English translation, Assembly Point. The logo of Indraprastha University is displayed at the bottom of the sign. The sign is situated among lush green plants and appears slightly weathered with some graffiti or markings on its surface. The connotation, safety and organization. The pictogram and text emphasize preparedness and organization in case of emergencies. It conveys the importance of having a secure area where people can gather for safety. Institutional responsibility. The inclusion of Unindra's logo signifies institutional accountability in providing safety measures for students, staff, or visitors. Nature and calmness. The placement of the sign among green plants evokes a sense of calm which could be intentional to reduce panic during emergencies. Aging infrastructure. The weathered condition and graffiti on the sign may suggest neglect or lack maintenance, potentially undermining its seriousness and visibility. The myth, preparedness as progress. The presence of an assembly point perpetuates the myth that preparedness for emergency is a hallmark of modern organized institutions. It aligns with societal ideals of responsibility and care, safety and collective. The design of people surrounded by arrows symbolizes the myth that safety is achieved through collective action, reinforcing the belief that individuals are safer when united in emergencies. Harmony with nature. The sign's integration with green surroundings supports the myth of coexistence between human systems and natural environments, implying that institutional safety measures can coexist harmoniously with nature. Sample 3, the bus stop. Semiotics. The first one, denotation. The image shows a bus stop sign located in an urban area with trees and some buildings in the background. The top part of the sign features a simple pictogram of a bus with the word stop written below it. Below this, the sign lists the name of the bus, Muara Dalam, and provides details about the bus routes, specifically 7A and 7E, which are part of the Transjakarta system. Additional text includes operational information with a QR code at the bottom for accessing more details. Second connotation, public transportation system. The pictogram of the bus conveys the idea of accessibility and organization, representing a structured public transportation system aimed at serving the community efficiently. Urban integration, the sign's placement amid greenery and in front of local business reflects an effort to integrate public services into urban life, offering convenience to residents. Modernity and accessibility, the inclusion of a QR code signals modernity, emphasizing modernity and accessibility. The inclusion of a QR code signals modernity, emphasizing the use of technology to enhance user experience and provide real-time information. Safety and structure. The word stop serves as a direct instruction for both passengers and bus drivers, reinforcing a sense of order and safety. Third, the myth, efficiency of public services. The sign perpetuates the myth of urban development being synonymous with reliable and efficient public transportation. It implies that the presence of such systems reflects societal progress and modernity, equality in mobility. Public bus systems are often mythologized as equalizers, providing mobility for all socioeconomic classes, and this sign contributes to that narrative by offering clear and accessible information for all users. Sustainability and connectivity. The surrounding greenery and the bus system together evoke the myth of sustainable urban living, where public transit is framed as an eco-friendly alternative to private vehicles, promoting a connected and environmentally conscious community. The first sample, semiotic. The first one, denotation. The artwork features as a black and white illustration of a human figure and a devil-like creature seemingly shaking hands. Surrounding the figures is a wreath similar to those seen in emblems or words, symbolizing power or importance. Below, two hands holding guns point at each other with a crosshair centered between them. The text reads, "Mari lawan api dengan api," in Indonesian, meaning let's fight fire with fire, and freedom of expression is dead. The bottom section labels this as the Rancho Terror Brigade. The image is part of graffiti on a wall alongside colorful and decayed urban elements. Second one, connotation, opposition and struggle. The phrase "let's fight fire with fire" suggests combating aggression with equal force, implying resistance or retaliation against perceived suppression, conflict, or morality. The handshake between the human and the devil symbolizes an ambiguous alliance or agreement, challenging notions of good and evil, rebellion and defiance. The crosshair and guns symbolize confrontation, possibly indicating rebellion or standing against oppressive forces. Decay or freedom. The statement "freedom or expression is dead" underscores a critique of societal or governmental restrictions on self-expression, resonating with themes of censorship and oppression. Third one, myth, freedom versus oppression. The image perpetuates the myth that the fight for freedom is often a morally ambiguous battle, where ideals like freedom of expression are compromised or suppressed by authority. Revolutionary aesthetics. The gritty urban context and militaristic symbols, wreath, crosshairs, evoke a myth of rebellion being necessary to dismantle systems of control. duality of good and evil, the handshake between human and devil reinforces the myth that the struggle for justice often requires compromising with darkness, blurring the lines between hero and villain in political or social revolutions. The last sample, the semiotic denotation. The image contains a sign with both Indonesian and English text. The Indonesian text read "Mohon bersihkan meja setelah Anda selesai makan," which translates to "Please clean the table after you finish eating." The English version says "Please leave the table clean for the next customer." The background is blue and the sign includes the Lawson Station logo, suggesting its location in a Lawson store, specifically at TB Simatupang. Connotation: the sign emphasizes the cultural and social expectation of personal responsibility in public spaces. It suggests maintaining clean lines is a shared duty for a pleasant environment. Myth: the sign perpetuates the societal myth that keeping shared spaces clean is a moral and civic duty, often associated with modernity and respect for others. The next part will be explained by Salsabila.
Linguistic landscape. The first sample image conveys a powerful message through its linguistic and visual elements. The perceived creativity in English emphasizes the suppression of creativity, supported by the Arabic translation "Khalaqna Ibdiah" to broaden its global appeal. Additional Indonesian phrases such as "ayo bersama" and "menjadi bagian kecil" target the local audience, inviting them to rejoin the movement. Visually, the image portrays a strangled bird wrapped in barbed wire, symbolizing the oppression and reaction of elegance to gravity for stifled creativity, with the villain imagery highlight the irony of curbing creativity, particularly in academic or social contexts. Overall, the image protests against restrictions of expression and advocates for greater creative freedom. The sample 2, the signs titik kumpul evakuasi serves as a safety measure indicating a designated assembly point during emergency. The bilingual text with Indonesian the primary language and English translation assembly point ensures inclusivity for both local and international audience. The visual element, including three human figures surrounded by inward pointing arrow, reinforce the directive function of the signs, supported by the green background symbolic safety. The Unindra logo indicated the sign's location on the university campus, emphasizing its role in protecting students and staff. Despite its faded condition and partial obstruction by plan, the sign officially promotes safety awareness and underscores the importance of multilingual education in public space. The sample 3, the stop sign for the bus stop Muara Dalam serves as a crucial element of Transjakarta transportation network, offering clearing and structured information for users. The main text, stop, and the bus icon are universally recognized, while the details such as bus route 7A, Pulau Gadung, Ragunan, 7E atau Ragunan, operational hours 5 am until 10 WIB, and the Transjakarta Mikrotrans service are presented in Indonesian to target local commuters. The bilingual approach, along with a QR code for additional service, enhances accessibility for both local and international users. The blue and white color scheme symbolic professionals, and here in the hierarchical layout ensures easy navigation, while the signs promote inclusivity and digital integration, improve QR code visibility and regular maintenance code enhances its overall functionality and effectiveness. Sample for the artwork "Mari lawan api dengan api", yang artinya let's fight fire with fire. Combines striking visual and bilingual text to deliver a provocative critique of censorship and societal oppression. The Indonesian call to action suggests resistance, while the English subtext freedom of expression is death. Confides the gravity of the issue to a broader audience. Symbolic elements such as the human and devil-like figure holding hands, guns aimed at either other, and a lower red highlight the tension between conflict and ideal. Set again, a layered graffiti style mural, the bold black and white imagery contrasts sharply with the colorful background. Emphasizing its rebellious tone, positioned in public space, the piece encourages reflection on freedom and resistance while showcasing the intersection of art and activism. Further exploration of the Rancho Terror Brigade and local context could deepen understanding of its message and impact. And the last sample, the signs local in Lawson TB Simatupang near a campus area reads, "Mohon bersihkan meja setelah Anda selesai makan." Translate as, "Please leave the table clean for the next customer." Designed with white text on a blue background alongside the Lawson station logo, the sign stands out as a police reminder to maintain cleanliness. The bilingual message target both local Indonesian customer and international visitors, reflecting inclusivity in urban public space by encouraging personal responsibility for cleanliness. The sign aligns with socio-cultural values, promoting collective responsibility, marking a shift from traditional reliance on staff for such texts. Its multilingual nature and simple yet effective wording also demonstrate the integration of global etiquette into local practice, emphasizing modernity and globalization in Jakarta linguistic landscape.
The conclusion is the analysis of the 5 linguistic signs from the Unindra Rancho campus and nearby areas highlights the intricate relationship between language, semiotics, and the sociocultural context of public spaces. These sites serve as a medium to convey not just pragmatic messages but also deeper cultural, institutional, and societal values. These signs go beyond their immediate communicative purposes to reveal how language, semiotics, and space intersect to shape and reflect societal values. They embody the dynamic interplay between authority and resistance, tradition and modernity, and local and global influences. This study demonstrates how linguistic signs serve as powerful tools for understanding culture and social narratives, providing valuable insights into the linguistic landscape of academic and public environments. That's all for our presentation video. Thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.